Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to this channel and you're not gonna wanna miss any of the free content we're going to be releasing. All right, so what you have to understand, marketing is like fishing, and we have to know what type of fish we're fishing for. It's like Dale Carnegie said in his book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Personally, I'm very fond of strawberries and cream, but I have found that for some strange reason, fish prefer worms. So when I went fishing, I didn't think about what I wanted. I thought about what they wanted. I didn't bait the hook with strawberries and cream. Rather, I dangled a worm or grasshopper in front of the fish and said, "Wouldn't you like to have that?" Why not use the same common sense when fishing for people? That's Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's a really good read, especially for those people that are not people persons. If you're not a people person or you are a people person, this will help you out tremendously, as there's a lot of good advice just like this. So the first step is to do some homework to define who your target demographic is. We'll do this by researching every problem they have and write them down. For example, as a wedding photographer, I'm gonna wanna put myself in the brain of a bride that I'm targeting and think of every question they have and create content around those issues. Our goal is to answer them so we can be perceived as experts. Once I have that figured out, now I have my keywords and subjects to create content around. I'm gonna write blog posts, create informative videos, maybe interview other people, and put this content on my website and every social media outlet. Now what you have to understand is you can't just sell, as it doesn't work and no one likes being sold to. But there's ways around not being salesy, if that's a word, and that you have to either educate or entertain your audience. This is very important. I'm gonna say it again. The key is to be informative or entertaining. And after a while, you become an authority figure or an expert in your field, because people reading or viewing your content will think and consider you first, as you're in their mind and you've already built trust. Another key factor is that you have to speak their language. As a photographer, if I'm taking a photo of this little person, I'll have to maybe speak a little bit softer and limit my vocabulary. And heck, she may not even know what the word vocabulary means, and I might have to go coochie 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 coo. But now let's say I'm marketing to a scientist, they'll trust me more if I know their jargon, and I'll have an advantage over someone that doesn't. If I know some of their pain points and I can solve their problems and speak in their language, they'll know I'm the right guy for the job. Now, if you spend time with my nephews or any teenager for that matter, odds are you'll have no idea what they're talking about, as teens like literally have their own lingo. And even within teenagers, there's a whole nother subsection, and I'm gonna have to use different language if I'm talking to these teens versus these teens. Now let's take a look at some brand names we all know and look at the language they use for their marketing and their branding. If we take a look at Gap, they use words like "our style is clean, confident, comfortable, modern, and casual." If we look at their website, there's a lot of blue and white, and the site is clean and airy. And if we look at the very top, they're offering a 40% discount. Now, if we're shopping for a luxury brand like Coach, odds are people aren't looking to expect a discount, as when I think of Coach, I think of overpriced luxury. Now let's take a look at what they're doing online. Right off the bat, I see words like luxury and American company, which is a big deal for some people, as American goods have a reputation for being well crafted. But I'm pretty sure if we look at the label to see where their products are made, I could almost bet my life it's still made in some third world country, but I digress. Now, when I go to their website, I see that it has a darker vibe versus the Gap site, and they reinforce the idea of modern, luxury, lifestyle, long-standing reputation, quality craftsmanship, etc., etc. Now, same thing with Hermes. Hermes. Honestly, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I know that they make expensive stuff, and that is marketing at its very finest, my friend, because someone that doesn't even use their products knows of them and enough to know that I can't afford it, or when I see an H on the belt, I know that person overspent. So let's go to their site. I see they're using words like heritage, nobility, and classic. Now, if I'm marketing to someone working 3 jobs just to survive, I'm not going to talk about luxury and nobility, but I'll market to them by using words like affordable and discount. Let's do one more, and let's take a look at what Rolex is doing. And now that I think about it, I probably could have used them for the top of mind awareness game when we were talking about brand names. Like if I would have asked you the first brand you think of when you think luxury watches, you probably would have said Rolex. Anyway, when I look at their site, I see over a century. So they've been saying they've been around for a long time. The word achiever, so if you're successful in life, you need a Rolex, prestigious events, and equestrian tournaments. But let's talk about niching down. Now let's use the example of photography. As a wedding photographer, if a bride goes to my site and she sees pictures of cars, landscapes, cityscapes, dogs, and even if the photos are amazing, they'll be more inclined to do business with someone that exclusively shoots weddings. Let's say I have a problem with my foot. Am I going to go to a dentist or a foot doctor? So what I'm saying is you can't be everything to everyone. You have to market to your target demographic, as we spoke earlier. In my case, when it comes to shooting weddings, I'd rather work with people that are fun and outgoing and kind of see weddings the same way I do. And that's that weddings are essentially just one giant party. But if I have to shoot a conservative wedding, I may want to throw myself out of a window. But if I market to the people that I'd love to work with, I'd be way happier. And heck, there's even been some weddings that I would have shot for free as I had such a good time. Shout out to Lacey and Alex. I had a blast at your wedding. So if we could find our ideal customer and market to them and find people that we like to work with, whether it be, whatever your thing is, we'll be way happier in life. And when it comes to niching, if you're in a market that's lower income, or you find that it's mostly budget brides in the area, you may want to talk about how your services are affordable and talk about discounts, just like in the Gap example. If, let's say I live in San Francisco where there's more people with disposable income, I'll talk about luxury and lavishness. And also keep in mind is that you can't be everything to everyone, as you'll be losing money and you'll be marketing and winning over no one. As an example, let's say I'm a country singer that's based in Austin, Texas. I may not be a household national name, but I'd rather have 10,000 solid followers that love and support everything I do, like coming to my shows, purchasing my music, versus having 1 million followers that don't show up to my shows and purchase my music. If you niche down, you have the added bonus of being able to charge more for your services or products, as you'll be perceived as an expert or specialist. So if you're like me, that wear many hats, have many websites. As an added benefit, you can also cross-promote your services and products. Like if you have a business that sells organic doggy treats and a business that sells jackets, doggy jackets, you can cross-promote the two and, more money. But you get the idea. The video you've just watched is part of a larger presentation named The Blueprint, How to Attract and Retain Customers Online. And right now, I know most of us are struggling, so to be of service to you guys, I'm gonna keep it super affordable, and I'm gonna give you the exact blueprint of everything from coming up with a name, designing a website, and everything you need to know to come up with your own business. And right now, things are screeching at a halt. Right now, it is April 3rd, and in a couple of weeks, maybe in a couple months, things are gonna get booming again. And if you join me on the journey now, take my hand, I promise you, you'll be in a better place in a couple of months. So if you would like to purchase and download the full video presentation or PDF version of this presentation, visit rocketitmedia.net/the-blueprint or go to the link in the description below. Also be sure to join our mailing list, as you'll be kept up to date whenever we release new videos and ideas that can help your business. And finally, if you need help implementing any other topics I've covered for your business, feel free to reach out anytime, and operators are standing by.